Hi everyone. So right now we're going to start talking about some other foods and supplements that may help with healing and lowering inflammation. So we're going to talk about tart cherry juice. We're going to talk about gelatin, bone broth, a substance called HMB, two amino acids, arginine and glutamine, and some herbs and spices, turmeric, ginger, and garlic. And I think I have a spelling error there. So sorry about that. All right, so first thing we're going to talk about is tart cherry juice. All right, and tart cherry juice has a type of antioxidant in it called anthocyanin. So that type of antioxidant has been shown in research studies to help reduce muscle soreness and inflammation. So there's also another characteristic in the tart cherry juice that can help with sleep as well. So I thought that was important to mention since in order to heal, you need adequate rest. So in the PowerPoint, you guys can click on this video and watch it. It's a true story. It's about two of our baseball players that took sports nutrition class that put the information they were learning into good use and came up with this really great smoothie recipe. So again, if we were in face-to-face class, we would be making this recipe and you guys would be getting a chance to enjoy it and then also just taste the tart cherry juice plain. I do want you guys to know that it has to be tart cherry juice. It can't be sweet cherries. That the anthocyanins found in the cherry juice is only found in good concentrations in tart cherry juice. So again, watch this video. You're going to learn how to make it. It's super easy. And you're also going to learn about ginger and spinach and how they play a role in healing as well. All right, so kind of newer information. It's been around maybe for the last 3 years or so, maybe a little bit before that, but it has to do with some research that came about with using gelatin. Now, I'm not talking about Jell-O, all right? So, you know, the sweet cherry Jell-O that you would get or typically eat. It is not the same as this Knox gelatin, all right? So if you're going to try this, make sure that you buy Knox gelatin and not regular Jell-O, all right? So research showed that athletes that were doing rehab, if they consumed about 14 grams, okay, of gelatin plus 50 milligrams of vitamin C before they did their rehab, right, that they had, you know, significant gains in healing, okay, of their ligaments. So that was huge, huge information, revolutionary, because we really didn't think that we could do much. All right. So, and when you think about like torn ACL, what a really common injury that is, and how hard it can be to heal from that, many athletes are interested in trying gelatin. So the gelatin has the same or very close amino acid content of what you might find in a ligament or a tendon. So the idea is if you ingest it ahead of time before you do your rehab, right, then you're going to have, again, the building blocks right there in your bloodstream being delivered to the tissue that needs it to help with the repair. So here's the rub, though. It's really hard to ingest, all right? If you just tried to make a gelatin out of this, like with juice, which we've tried to do and what they did in the original study, it's like eating rubber. A lot of times at the Division I colleges, what they do is they give their athletes a couple packs of this Knox gelatin and they have them put it in a Gatorade bottle and shake it up and then try and just guzzle it down, drink it down that way. We've tried that in class too, and it's gritty, but it can be done. So if you're someone that's really anxious to return to play, many times people are going to do what it takes. They kind of just look at this at medicine and choke it down. Another way to get collagen that I think is a lot tastier, but it involves um, cooking is you go and you buy bones. You buy bones from the grocery store. And actually, I see them for sale all the time now, so I know people are doing this. But if you were to make a broth, like for soup, you would boil up a whole chicken, right? And then you get the flavor from the chicken carcass into the bone, into the broth, into the water, and that makes the broth taste pretty good. And the same with making a beef broth. You would put beef bones in water and boil it up, and then the collagen comes out of the bones and helps to flavor the broth. And so a lot of people are doing this because it actually tastes like soup. and you get the benefit of the collagen. I don't know any college athletes that are going to take the time to do that, but I do mention it. You can actually buy pre-made bone broth. I want you to know it is not the same as going to the grocery store though and just buying like beef stock or beef broth. It's not the same. You really have to do your research and make sure that they have been um, boiling those bones, those beef bones, in order to extract the collagen out of it so that you get the benefit. And then there's also collagen supplements. So you can find a video on how to make the bone broth. And then there's a collagen supplement. Um, and these do give you the amount of collagen you need plus the vitamin C. But honestly, um, we've tasted them in class and they do not taste very well. They'd almost rather mix the Knox gelatin in a Gatorade and try and drink it down that way. So not everybody's game for this, but it's important to talk about because it's very much out there. And again, a lot of times you do have athletes that are going to do everything they possibly can nutritionally to heal as fast as they can. All right, now we talk just briefly about HMB and then the two amino acids, arginine and glutamine. So HMB is a metabolite that helps to reduce muscle protein breakdown. It has anti-catabolic, that means it works against muscle tissue breakdown, and it's anabolic, meaning it helps to promote muscle tissue growth. And so if you were to use that as a supplement, you would take about 3 grams a day. Arginine and glutamine you're going to get from food, okay? There's no need to take them in capsule form. You get a ton of them in food. Arginine is believed to help increase blood flow and oxygen delivery to a healing wound. And glutamine is an amino acid that is important for collagen formation, and it also helps support the immune system. So lean protein foods, as we went over before, are going to be your best sources of arginine and glutamine. All right, then we have turmeric. That time I've got it spelled correctly, ginger and garlic. All right, and so these are anti-inflammatory, and you can cook and season your foods with these spices instead of using salt. You know, curries are a great source of turmeric. So if you like curry dishes, you know, order more of them or learn how to make them at home. If you are, you know, turmeric sold a lot as in supplement form now. If you are going to use turmeric in a supplement form, remember, make sure it's third party certified either by NSF, Informed Sport, or USP. All right, so we're going to start our next video with talking about a few more nutrition tips on how to support immune function.